vlog.
Hey guys, I'm gonna do this a little bit like this right now. Just got home from the hospital where I had my bariatric appointment, my 1 month post-op, and I'm kind of bummed. I didn't really lose anything from last week. In fact, yeah, I'm 52 pounds lost. I think last week I announced I was 53, which that might have been a mathematical error. Kind of bummed. I really don't see how that's possible, considering I'm eating like a small child. Not actually eating a small child, but eating like a small child. Kind of bummed. I mean, I don't know. So basically, kind of depressing news. I just came up and put my before and after pictures up on Facebook, and I just don't like what I see. I don't know. So I was all flying high, and now I'm kind of like, great. Do I get to 50 pounds and I have to go through a plateau at 50 pounds? When I've got so much more weight to lose. I mean, I was hoping to see myself in the 380s by Thanksgiving, or at least the threes by Thanksgiving, and now I don't even know if it's going to be that way before the new year. So it's kind of, I don't know, I'm just kind of down. So I picked up the camera and I started talking into it. Anyways, I'm going to go for a walk and collect my thoughts. So hopefully today's like Tuesday, and so I don't post a vlog till Thursday. So hopefully by Thursday I'll be cheered up. So hey guys, so I started off with my depressing vlog. I'm still doing okay. I mean, still a little bit down, still a little bit not too happy, but it is what it is. I mean, I still, I took that video 2 days ago, and I still weigh exactly the same as 2 days ago. And it's just, it's kind of weird. It's just weird. It's like, it really stinks now that I'm eating more regular foods. Not really, but chopped is what it is. So it's like I have to cut my food up into bits instead of pureeing it. But I can have some veggies and stuff like that. But as I get into food, it's kind of like, well, food was the issue, and now that I'm eating regular food, I'm staying the same way. It's like, oh, good Lord, it's like, is this what's going to happen? And so it's kind of a downer. It's kind of a downer. I mean, I wish it was, even if it's like 3 or 4 pounds difference, it would be good. Now, I will say, and I think I mentioned it before, that there is a small discrepancy between my scale and the bariatric center scale. It's about a 4 pound difference. And so there is a possibility that I just need to subtract 4 pounds from my scale, which, if that's the case, then I'm down 414 pounds. So who knows? So maybe I've lost 4 pounds. Who knows? I'm trying to stay off the scale. I used to be so critical of all these people that were, constantly putting. I'm like, why? Not critical meaning I would post anything or whatever, but I'd be like, man, they're always on the scale. Just leave the scale alone. Don't make it all about the weight and stuff like that. And then I had the surgery, and it's all about the weight. So I apologize for ever having an ill thought toward anyone, because it all comes back in your face, doesn't it? But I'm trying to stay away from it. It's just so hard because mine talks to me. So nice. It says, hello, I'm ready. And then it weighs me, and it doesn't talk bad to me. I'm liking eating regular food. I have an awesome church. We just had the baby, obviously, and so they have put us on this 3 week of diapers and dinners. And basically, what it is people are just signing up and bringing us dinners almost every night. There's some days in between, but it's okay because we have to eat the leftovers because our refrigerator is loaded. The last few meals have been people specifically thinking about my diet, which that's awesome. It's like for me, it's like, oh, people are just going to make pasta meals and bring them to us, and of course, I can't have that, and that will just be the way it is, and I just won't eat it, and I'll figure out something on my own. But people are going out of their way. We had my friend Megan brought us like a meatloaf type dinner last night, simply because she knew next week it was going to be a pasta that she was going to have to make because she buys it from the college she works for, and so yeah, so it's like she went out of her way to make sure that she got a meal that I could eat, and that's just a huge blessing. And so it's been really good. I haven't had any complications from the newer food or anything like that. Um, I've even had chili. I've had chicken chili. I've had regular chili, and no complications. The only thing I did have is we were always told that if we wanted to get a little protein in, we could have Carnation Instant Breakfast, carb control. Well, they don't make carb control anymore, so I thought, regular Carnation Instant Breakfast. Ooh. Oh, I spent like 45 minutes thinking it was coming up. I have not thrown up yet with any of my stuff that I've pushed myself, and it's been kind of like, what are you doing? I haven't thrown up yet, but ooh, it's good. If you ever want to know how to fight that, my surgeon told me sugar-free gum, like I got Trident, sugar-free gum, the chewing uh, will actually help the nausea go away. So I just chewed that gum like it was going out of style, and it was the last piece of gum I'd ever chew, and the nausea went away. So that was good. I did want to take some time to kind of talk a little bit about protein, mainly because I'm bad with my proteins. There are several people that subscribe to me that have had the surgery. They're like, why would you need proteins? And then also I have a lot of friends who are like, what's so big about protein? So I'm going to explain why, because I'm a mad, crazy researcher, and I never do anything without researching it. So I was like, well, why are there people that are having this surgery that don't have to have proteins? And so this is what I found. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Um, First of all, it's just a different way of thinking. There's a lot of bariatric centers that don't care about protein until like 8 weeks out, and then but that's kind of an old school way of thinking. Um, so you can do whatever you want to do. Putting protein in you is not going to hurt you though. So for the people that are like to hear about what I'm about to say, are like, well, I wish I was doing proteins because I don't want to have that kind of issues, or I want to help myself out. I guarantee you that your surgeon would not care if you had proteins. So what is it? Well, what reason for protein? Number one is when you have gastric bypass surgery, you are malnourished, meaning you will no longer absorb food the way that you traditionally absorb food. Your pouch is a stopping point for digestion. It is no longer the old stomach. It was like a football. You dump the food in it. Your stomach attacks it like crazy, tears it all to pieces, and then starts sending it down the intestines to do the rest of the work. Our pouches now absorb a little bit and then send it down, and our intestines do most of the digestion now. And so you do not absorb the way you used to absorb. Proteins are very important for healing, for the internal healing, your stitches, your all those bad spots in you. Proteins, when they get absorbed into that, they'll actually help it. It's kind of proteins the natural kind of uses it to naturally mend and heal, and it's like why weightlifters take it when they're tearing their muscles working out. Protein helps heal, and so that's why you do protein shakes and stuff like that, like we're working out. It will help from a lot of complications. Um, Also, big one is Not everyone, but a large amount, to the point where I go to a support group once a month, and there's probably 30 to 40 people in there with the gastric bypass surgery. Almost everyone besides 2 people have lost a significant amount of hair. Protein can help fight that. It will not do the complete job, but it can help fight that. And so if you don't lose hair, there you go. Um, so those are the main reasons why you're wanting to get protein in you, is because you're not getting those things as well naturally. And so even when your diets, they're telling us you put the proteins first, and then whatever you have left for vegetables, you do that. And so proteins are very, very important. And like I said, there's a lot of bariatric centers, not a lot, few actually, that still stick with the old way of just whatever you can do to keep it down, and you'll be fine. How many proteins you need is per person. Um, for me, diet wise and everything, I was so gung ho. Then we had the baby, and everything crashed down around me. They just took blood to check my protein at my last appointment, and it was like molasses coming out. Like they were doing everything they could to empty it out, and it's because I'm dehydrated. I'm not drinking enough water. I've actually started buying. This is my morning coffee, an Adkins mocha latte shake, um, simply because I usually in the morning I'm way too tired, way too to make a big breakfast or a breakfast. Even though I've went to egg beaters and got the Southwest egg beaters, and I'm gonna got some peppers and stuff like that, so I'll make like a little Western omelet or something like that for myself in the morning. But these really help me out, and they're pre-made. That, believe it or not, I actually like the pre-made ones better than I like making them myself from the powder. But other than that, that's all I'm really gonna say this week. The video shoot that I had talked about looks like it's gonna be canceled. I sent out the email for CS Percussion. All the major players are boop, they're out. So things came up. A lot of things happen. I always try to plan 2 months ahead of time, which before the surgery I had secured the date with most of the people, but it took me forever to get a response back on booking the place where we were going to have the video shoot. They just sent it to me within 6 hours of getting that response back that it was booked. I sent out the email, but everyone's like, "Well, we planned." Even my alternatives are doing something, and so it doesn't look like it's going to happen. I'll try to do some how-to videos if I can. So, anyways, there you go. Feel free to ask questions, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. So, all right, here we are. This is Emma. She's sleeping. Hey, Emma. Emma. Everybody wants to talk to you. Stop sleeping. She's supposed to be eating right now. We're getting ready to give Mom a break for a few hours, and
I'm almost late.
And who are you? Are you Big Sister? Are you Big Sister Belle?
Yeah. So I want to sing you a song again.
Okay.
It's about beauty.
Okay.
What's this test to say? Ever was a beauty and the beast. What's this test to say? Ever was a beauty and the beast. Now here's one more thing.
Okay, one more.
It's about show me, this is
Camp Rock 2.
Show me